Not everyone who smiles with you is truly happy for you. Watch the company you keep, because the people you surround yourself with can either contribute to your success or quietly become your downfall. That's why it's important to eliminate toxic and dangerous friendships from your life. But how do you do that? You pay attention to the signs. Now, before we get into those signs, let's clear up a major misconception. Time does not define the strength of a friendship. Just because you've known someone for years doesn't mean they're loyal. Longevity does not equal loyalty. You can know someone for years and still be close to someone who secretly resents you. In fact, the people with the greatest ability to harm you are often the ones closest to you. So instead of focusing on how long someone has been in your life, focus on what really matters: consistent behavior. The patterns in what they say and what they don't say. Their verbal cues, and more importantly, their nonverbal signals. Because patterns don't lie, people do. Sign 1. They show up the most when you're at your lowest. At first, you see this as loyalty. They're always there when things go wrong. When you're hurt, when you fail, when you're struggling, and you think, this person really cares about me. But look closer, because not everyone who stays during your downfall is there to lift you back up. Some people stay because they like seeing you there. To them, your fall is confirmation. The mighty has fallen. You're not all that. You can hit rock bottom too. And now you're dependent on them. That's where they feel comfortable. That's where they feel superior. Now pay attention to the type of support they give you, because it's not empowering. It's subtle manipulation. Instead of building you back up, they slowly tear you down even more. You'll hear things like, "I told you so." "That's what happens when you don't listen." Anyone could see that, but you. Maybe next time you'll learn. I'm just saying this for your own good. Pay attention. Those aren't words of support. That's disguised criticism, and it goes even deeper. Sometimes, they'll even defend the situation or the person that hurt you. They flip the narrative and make you the problem. If it's work, they'll say, "It's your fault for trusting people like that. You should have known better. They were never going to keep someone like you." If it's a relationship, you knew they weren't really into you. Look at the type of people they usually go for. You're not that. And if it's family, the same pattern shows up. Different words, same message. You deserved this. That's not support. That's someone using your lowest moments to reinforce your self-doubt. A real friend helps you rise. A toxic one? Make sure you stay down just long enough so they can feel above you. Sign 2. They go cold when you win. Pay very close attention to how people react when things are going right for you. When you achieve something, when you grow, when you're genuinely happy, what do they do? Because this is where their true feelings start to show. Instead of celebrating you, they become distant, quiet, less present. The same person who was always around when you were struggling is suddenly nowhere to be found when you're winning. And when they are there, something feels off. The energy changes. The room feels different. Their smile doesn't reach their eyes. The congratulations feel dry, forced, almost rehearsed. And sometimes, it doesn't even sound like congratulations at all. It sounds like this. "Must be nice. Let's see how long that lasts. Don't get too comfortable." Pay attention to the body language, the subtle signs of discomfort, tight lips, forced smiles, lack of eye contact, a tense posture, an irritated tone for no clear reason. That's not pride. That's discomfort with your success. And in some cases, irritation, because your growth reminds them of where they are not. So what do? They try to bring you back down, subtly. A little comment here, a little doubt there, a shift in attitude. Nothing obvious, but enough to make you question your moment. And sometimes it goes even deeper than that. You start downplaying your own achievements just to make them feel comfortable. You laugh it off. You shrink it. You say, "It's nothing really." You even find yourself agreeing with their subtle put-downs just to keep the peace. Sometimes you beat them to it, minimizing yourself before they get the chance. Now ask yourself, is that normal in a healthy friendship? You should never have to dim your light, especially for someone who calls themselves your friend. There is enough room for all of us to shine. And here's why this matters. A genuine friend feels joy in your joy. They celebrate you without competition, without comparison. But someone who is envious, they don't feel inspired by your success. They feel threatened by it. Sign 3. They secretly compete with you. This one is subtle, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. They are in a competition with you, even though you never signed up for one. Every interaction starts to feel like a comparison. You share something good that happened to you, and before you can even finish, they interrupt. Me too. I was actually thinking about doing that. That same thing happened to me. I already did something like that. And just like that, the spotlight shifts. What was your moment suddenly becomes about them. Now, let's be clear. Healthy friendships do include shared experiences. There's nothing wrong with relating. But it's not what they do, it's how they do it. Because with them, it doesn't feel like connection. It feels like competition. They don't build on your moment, they replace it. They steer the conversation toward themselves, redirect the attention, and make sure your achievement doesn't feel as special as it should. Why? Because if your moment stands on its own, it shines. And they're uncomfortable with that. So they dilute it, they match it, they minimize it, they one-up it. And here's why this is dangerous. A person who doesn't have your best interest at heart is not just unhealthy to be around. They are a danger to your peace of mind and your overall well-being. Friendship turns into a scoreboard. Instead of feeling supported, you feel measured. Instead of feeling seen, you feel compared. And over time, you stop sharing your wins altogether. Not because you're not proud, but because you're tired of competing with someone who's supposed to be on your side. Now you might be asking yourself, why? Why can't my friend, and I say friend in quotes, just be genuinely happy for me? I support them. I cheer for them. I want to see them win. So why can't they do the same for me? Let me let you in on something. That most people, not even your so-called friend, fully understand. The problem is not you. It's them. You have nothing to do with their toxic reactions, their jealousy, or their resentment. Because the truth is, they don't hate you. They hate what they see in themselves. Anyone who is miserable at someone else's success is dealing with a deeper unhappiness within. And what you don't realize is this. You serve as a mirror. Your success, your positivity, your growth becomes a reflection they didn't ask to face. And sometimes, what they see in that mirror, they don't like. So instead of confronting themselves, they project it onto you. In reality, they don't have a problem with you. They are in conflict with themselves and don't even know it. People like this are often battling low self-worth, constant comparison, a harsh inner voice that never lets them feel good enough. So when they look at you, they don't just see your light. They see their own unfulfilled potential, their own insecurities, their own self-doubt. And instead of being inspired by you, they resent you. You become the screen they project their internal struggles onto. So understand this clearly. It's not you. It was never you. And it was never about you. Don't dim your light to make someone else comfortable, because the right people won't be threatened by your shine. They'll be inspired by it. And if you're watching this and you recognize yourself in some of these signs, this message is for you too. Because change is possible, but it starts with honesty. You have to be willing to identify the root of your unhappiness instead of projecting it onto others. You are enough. You don't have to compare yourself to anyone else. Your journey is your own. And whatever you don't like about your life, you have the power to change it. But that change has to come from you, not from competing with others, not from tearing people down, and not from resenting someone else's light. Because bringing others down will never make you rise. It will only keep you stuck in the same cycle of frustration and unhappiness. Seek growth. Seek self-awareness. Seek peace within yourself. Because you deserve happiness. You deserve love. You deserve a peaceful mind. But you won't find it by dimming someone else's light. Because a light meant to shine can never be overcome by darkness. Find your own light. You'll find it by learning how to shine in your own way. As always, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments which of these signs you've noticed. And let me know where you're watching from. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you in the next one.